see. Let me see. Yeah, we on. Hey, what's going on, party people? Welcome. Now, if this is your first time here, it's definitely a pleasure having you in. I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer, and technically, what I do as a spiritual healer is that I help other people in becoming in alignment with the person that they are. And for you to do that, it's to be you. Now, the becoming you, that process, it's pretty much the idea of mind, body, and soul, because it's the alignment or all of those different aspects of you coming together. They all become one. You become whole or holy, the holy man. There's no fragmentation part of you. The minute you separate yourself, let's just say, from the physical self and your let's just say your spiritual self, it's now at that point you're talking about duality, and then that's when there's no harmony. And that's the foundation of what the illusion is too. That is the illusion. Because a big and at this point, if you're looking at things from a separation perspective, your mind is going to be limited. Your perspective is going to be limited. But if you're looking at the whole picture, that's why if you're looking to understand anything, you got to look at the big picture. Do you see what I'm saying? Like if you're looking at, let's just say there's a painting in front of you, and you're just looking at one part, you're not looking at the big picture, you'll never get it. So I'm saying this to say that same principle applies in you becoming in alignment with the person that you are, with you becoming you. It's you aligning those different aspects of you becoming together. So that's what I do. That's how, and pretty much I do it by helping you to identify how your emotions are being created. Because once you understand how they're being created, your emotional pattern and blockages, that's when you master yourself. That is self mastery. Like people, like someone who's not self mastered, they don't know how to control their energy. Those are the people who are being triggered. They don't know how they feel. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like that's why they're telling you got to do your shadow work. But what that shadow work is pretty much doing, or what you truly doing, it's that's why you have to understand how your emotions. It's like once you acknowledge it, then you're able to release that energy. And technically, that's what spirituality is too, man. It's like you spent half of your life sleepwalking, and the other half is undoing everything that happened in the past. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this shit is crazy as fuck, but it is what it is. But anyway, I help you to understand these things, and also your intellect plays a big part. You know what I'm saying? Mind control. Are you in control of your mind, or your mind being controlled by other people? Do you see what I'm saying? Every time you see people are following a trend. Well, a trend is a form of mind control. If you yourself, nigga, shit, that's why you create your own trend. And anybody or any artist understand that's why your individuality is very important. You got to be in touch with you because there's no other like you. Not even a twin is like you. But anyway, so by you understanding those different aspects of you and having your emotions and your intellect coming together. But for you to do that, that is what self mastery is all about, or becoming awaken, or becoming healed. Do you see what I'm saying? And that healing process It's you putting these things together. It's you, awakening your inner being. Because technically, that's what spirituality is all about too. Shit, I might as well talk about it. As a spiritual healer, the tool that I use is actually spirituality, right? So when we're talking about spirituality, or you're talking about the occult, any type of sacred knowledge, what that is, it's telling you about a profound, it's giving you a deeper understanding of who you are. We're trying to help you to tap into or to awaken your inner beings. That's why we tell you about your conscious mind, your subconscious mind. All of these things are not tangible things. So therefore, we're helping you to acknowledge that hidden side of you. But it's not like it's really hidden, like in the sense of, what I'm saying, you're trying to keep it away from other people. That's why the mystery school, that mystery school was all about. The whole idea of not casting your pearls before swine, it's pretty much understanding, what I'm saying, it's you got to be at a certain level. It's to be awakened. Because otherwise, if I know you don't understand, it's like, nah, you don't. You know what I'm saying? There's no animosity. You just don't get it. But anyway, so and that whole process is awakening. That's what I was talking about. Awakening your inner beings. You know what I'm saying? Developing your inner vision, because the more you do so, that's how you're able to see what's happening on the outside. You know what I'm saying? It's like, the better understanding you have of who you are, then now you're able to see the external better. And that's the key to motherfucking understand what this illusion is all about. People are studying life from the outside. You know what I'm saying? Nah. It comes from the inside. You are the creator. The whole idea of being godlike, not saying you're flawless, but we're talking about in essence. When we talk about the Father and the Son. So I'll give you a perfect example. When you say, what I'm saying, you can manifest. Well, this is you acknowledging your divine quality. So as the universe creates, you also are creating. The only thing is, unfortunately, we have a limited perception of the law of manifestation. A lot of people are mainly concerned, again, with that fucking money shit. That's why this shit is a big fucking, that shit in itself is a fucking industry. The Secret came out, these niggas did books and everything. I ain't knocking the hustle. I'm just saying. That's that, what I'm saying, prosperity gospel niggas are pretty much hitting you with. That's why you always seek the kingdom of God, bro. You know what? Ironically, when I first saw The Woman King, oh my God, like, I thought I understood what was taking place, but I didn't really follow. I mean, I just didn't see the bigger picture. And it's funny, the other day, and I was getting a lot of downloads, man, and I'm like, whoa, shit. Because generally speaking, when we're talking about kingdom, you're talking about yourself. That's why you say, what I'm saying, for you to become, that's why we call each other kings and queens, because it's like, what I'm saying, it's like saying piss to the god, because you understand when you're a king, it's when you master yourself. But to master yourself now, you need a woman king. You know what I'm saying? That shit was another form of mythology too, and that's what mythology teaches us to help us to remember who we are. So the king had many concubines or any other bitches that he was fucking, but he respected her. She was not like the other one he was sleeping with. This is you and your intuition and your feminine aspect. Because they got to come together. At the end of the movie, they got to sit right next to each other. So the woman king really is telling you about your feminine side. Your intuitive side, your creative side. And you also got to understand, and your psychic abilities too. Like, because I started pretty much in European books. These niggas, what they telling you to develop your psychic abilities or intellectual fucking shit. To concentrate on certain things, think about it. Although, like, it's good for if you're looking to visualize. But your true psychic ability is not going to come out of that shit. It's actually going to come from your fucking feminine side, your emotions. Because emotion, they are pretty much energy. When you're talking about psychic abilities, it's you getting the message, you understanding you now at a vibration where you could pick up on other energy. And energy never lies. And energy always communicate. Meaning that's why this is an electromagnetic field all around you. Oh, I'm live while I'm live. Everything you do goes to a fucking eternity here. This is the fucking Akashic record. So it's live. That's why your purpose, you gotta live it, man. It's like camera action. That's why you have to walk. That's what that walking, that spiritual life, it's all about. And that's what I'm going to be talking about too. But I just wanted to touch up on that a little bit because I slept on that movie. I slept on it a little bit. Yeah, I snored on it. You know what I'm saying? But I woke up. I woke up. I was just looking at the underlying message. But it was a mythology based shit, which is telling you the Christ. Like the bitch, she's the Christ. She had to earn her fucking throne. Then now she could sit right next to the king. Kings. My kings and queens. And that's what that shit was all about. And everything the king wanted to do, he had to consult with her. You got to be in touch with your femininity, with the Christ energy. And again, I guess, I could just delve right into it. And that's how you start walking to walk your spiritual life. It's the acknowledgement, more so you knowing that you are spirit. And now you're just acting according to that. And here's something else too, like, because spirituality now, by us teaching you about your subconscious mind, your shadow self, and all this shit, you getting in touch, you are awakening your inner being, right? Well, guess what? That inner being is what? It's fucking spirit. That is your that is when you becoming spiritual now. You acknowledge the spirit in you. When people are talking about the law of manifestation, that's how you should approach life. Now that you know who you are, now you manifest shit off of the strength of you knowing who you are. But now what's happening is, and that's the problem with law of manifestation for a lot of you motherfuckers, you're trying to manifest new shit, like from an old shit. It doesn't work. You got to become new. You know what I'm saying? You got to be. That's what becoming born again is all about. Now you're becoming born again. Guess what? You're gonna walk that path, baby. Now that you're a baby, you know what I'm saying. You're gonna start crawling again. Oh, you're doing that shit over again, baby. But this time you're doing it spiritually, and as part of that process, and I will be talking about the Kundalini too. Like that's all of that. That's all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's that whole process too. And I also want to touch on the chakras too, but I got you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because so many people talk about it, but it's not just that. But get the foundations first, because I feel like these are, like the fundamental basics. Like you gotta know your spirit, because when you start from that foundation, already you already looking at it gives you the ability to see other realities too. Now you're looking at this reality on a whole different state of mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like for me, I feel like I'm walking a mysterious path, man. Not mysterious in the sense of ooh, but more like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's the connection that cosmic, the mind, body, and soul. It's like it's a whole different type of reality. My psychic abilities, or it's just like I'm shit, nigga. So to get back to that too, though, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna come from your emotion. I guess that's what pretty much sparked the whole thing about the woman king. And the truth is, that's what the underlying message was truly about. Because when we address ourselves as, like I was talking about, kings and queens, that's what it means. Not everybody could be a motherfucking king. Like not in a literal sense. But if you like watching any type of European movies, well, the movies, I should say, anything that has to do with castles, kings, and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what that shit was. You can't neglect your femininity. That's why she got to be held high. And I feel like, and you'll see the king, doubted her and shit like that, but that's the European perspective. In fact, you know what I'm saying, but in the woman king, the king never doubted that bitch, because our education is different. Our foundation is different. We embrace ourselves. That's why the foundation of our spirituality is oneness. It's ma'at, it's harmony. It's the yin and the yang. It's the masculine and the feminine coming together. Not separation, not the battle between the sexes, none of that shit. You see what I'm saying? And even in our language, we use gender. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, for instance, like, shit. Like, well, because I have, me being Haitian, you know what I'm saying? So, with the whole French shit and everything, certain words, like, I'll give you a perfect example. Like, the French would call, like, a table is feminine. So in Haiti, or maybe and also like in French too, like your table you got to dress up your table. Your table's got to look nice. But all of that derives from us attributing a fucking gender in everything that we do. You know what I'm saying? A nigga would, you would say like, yo, my car, yo, that's my bitch. I'm gonna take care of that bitch, though. You know what I'm saying? Why? Gender is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of orgies taking place around you, baby. A whole bunch of fucking. That's what the whole binary thing, when we talk about the universe, the one and the zero is all about. Positivity and negativity. They gotta go hand in hand, baby. There's no separation. So walking your spiritual path has a lot to do with you knowing who you are. And that's a fully loaded statement too. Because becoming who you are, that is a whole process. It's like the journey of becoming who you already are too. It's like you're gonna realize the more you grow, the more you change, then you realize the more you don't change as well. This is some God shit. That's how those paradoxes come together. You see what I'm saying? That's why, you know what I'm saying? That's how heaven and earth becomes one. You don't separate the two. Nah. So walking your path too, it's bringing it's what you like. I hope you could see the mind, body, and soul in that too. Now it's like you're seeing divinity in everything. That's what giving sight to the blind is all about. Now you're seeing things differently. I know for me, at least that's the way I look at it. I look at people's energy. That's why you can't lie to me. Your energy that doesn't lie. You can say whatever you want. That's shit. So what? Nigga, have at it. You got a mouth, shit, nigga. You might as well use it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Do your worst. But energy never lies. Yo, if you're tired, man, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you do or how, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to keep a front, man, your energy is like at one point, like, yeah, we knew, nigga. Yeah, that's fine. I know this nigga's hype. Look at him. Yeah, we know. Or if you're going through some shit, other people can see it. You're trying to act like you ain't going through nothing. You know what I'm saying? You think you tough and shit. Niggas like, yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that's what I'm saying. So we can see it because again, your energy never lies. So this is the spirit expressing itself too. So the thing is, when people are being triggered, it's when there's no alignment between their conscious mind or their intellect, what they are aware of, and what they're you know what I'm saying they're not aware of what they're not aware of. You know what I'm saying? You got to be aware of what you're not aware of. I know it sounds confusing, but it's the whole idea of you understanding that what you don't see is exactly what's ruling your life. In other words, it is your emotion that is guiding your life. It is your understanding. You know what I'm saying? The better you know, nigga, like the better choices you'll make. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have dumb motherfuckers, right? Dumb motherfuckers do dumb shit and then they regret it. You know what I'm saying? That's why they tell you by the time the fool recognizes the game, the players are no longer playing. You late, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what niggas look at you and say, oh man, we ain't playing no more. It's a different game now, dog. You got to catch up. You asked out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying all of that to say, you know, being, you know, seeing it's like we're looking at, it's just the same life, but different understanding. We're looking at different realities. So like let's just say I'm saying like a guy like me, I talk to spirit, for instance, right? I talk to whatever you call the deads. They're not dead. You know what I'm saying? So there's a certain frequency, reality that I'm also experiencing in this reality. So a day for me, man, it's like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? I'm tapping in, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my zone. Walking that spiritual life. I mean, it's about embracing all of that. It's embracing your dark side and understand that you know what you don't see is it's what's ruling what you see. You can't put your hands in your fucking understanding or your mind. You can see your brain, but not your mind. Isn't it the reason why we're trying to tell people, you know what I'm saying, to learn more, motherfucker? Be smarter, then you'll know how to do so many different things. The fuck? So that's when you know yourself at that point, like I was talking about, you know, like the law of manifestation is just a side effect. And you are already manifesting anyway because you are at that vibration already. That's why you want to be abundant. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to become quality, baby. You got to stay healthy out here. You know what I'm saying? It's always been quality over quantity, baby. And when you find yourself and part of becoming who you are, and I talk about that too, like that's a whole separate like talk in itself. Because those are all fully loaded statements. Being yourself. There are so much of you, you know, and so many different aspects or characters that you play. You know what I'm saying? You going to school, you working, you know what I'm saying? You talking to your friends, you know, that's three different people right there. You know what I'm saying? Then if you're a father, you're a son, you know what I'm saying? You're a teacher, you're a learner. Like we play so many different things. We are all of it and none of it. It sounds like something I've heard before. The Alpha and Omega. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It kind of felt like it's something I've heard before. And that's our reality. And spirituality is to give you, you know, that understanding. That's all. That's what this game is all about. That's why the name of the game is for you to know who you are. It's knowing. It's for you to know thyself. But again, that process of becoming yourself, you know, to embrace yourself, meaning now you have to become one with your shadow, you know, and you're doing so by acknowledging these things, you know, and that's also the difference too. Me being a spiritual healer, you know, I got to deal with your psychology as well. Do you see what I'm saying? Like I had to deal with mine first, understanding my psychology, my culture, and me, you know what I'm saying, being a Haitian nigga in the fucking American culture, you know what I'm saying, seeing how like the mix and everything. And dealing with other cultures too and seeing so many different things and you know, it's It's all mental. But most importantly, like when I'm saying, like you being yourself, that's what I'm saying. It's a fully loaded statement. Because and you can't do it by suppressing or neglecting certain part of you. See, when you look at life from that duality perspective, you are separating the visible and the non-visible. And when you do so, like it doesn't allow you pretty much to see the bigger picture. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like you can't neglect your desires, man. You can't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you say your intellect, you think, therefore you are, and then you are neglecting your emotions? But you feel too, like it's a little bit, it's very unfair, bro. Like, to be honest, it's very unfair. It's not even right. It's not just. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's not righteous at all. How do you just take one part of you and neglect the other part of you, like it doesn't exist, like you don't feel it? But not just that. Like something as little as just fat, like a fat person. That shit is spiritual, bro. There's such of a term that's bench eating. That's a psychological shit. That's a nigga like that's what I'm saying, releasing his fucking energy and now it's eating a lot. And that's what addictions are too. That's a spiritual issue. You know what I'm saying? In other words, that is a psychological issue, nigga. It ain't about, you know what I'm saying, hey, you know what, eat your salad, don't eat this or eat that. Nah, man. That is, you know what I'm saying, that's some psychological shit. Now, I'm just saying this to say, even something because, the general thinking when someone is fat, you tend to be like, this motherfucker just big out, like, just eat a lot. Yeah, that could be the case for a lot of them. Obviously, there's going to be some food involved, obviously. But that may not be the main cause, though. And for the most part, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Just like you have motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, like, to release some fucking anxiety, they gotta shop, man. They gotta go shopping. They gotta spend some money. They gotta use their credit cards. That shit is some real shit. You know, we're talking about energy here, man. That's some psychological shit. And that's pretty much what we do, even when people are in denial. That's the premise of that. Because again, your energy never lies. That's why when you act a certain way, even if you don't acknowledge it, people could be like, ah. It's like you never see a bitch that is fucking in love with a nigga. Then nah, fuck this nigga and all that. Everybody else and nigga, you love that nigga. They're like, yeah, well, yeah, fuck that nigga, huh? Nigga, you love that nigga. Do you see what I'm saying? Energy do not lie. You may lie, shit. You can do whatever the fuck you like. But when you see it, so you able to see that, that is somehow a psychic ability. Meaning now you are able to see you getting the message of the person emotion and energy, but not necessarily what they telling you. And that's the foundation of psychic abilities, baby. Now, clairaudience and clear whatever clear the fuck it is. It's just your emotion now. As you raise your frequency, you know what I'm saying? Now you're becoming more, you're unlocking. All of this shit are being done through your fucking emotions. Through your feminine. Through your woman king. How bitch is your woman king, nigga? That's why you gotta embrace everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't say fuck your emotions and it's all intellect, nigga. What? You nigga, you bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know, some niggas have some psychic abilities where they gotta put the shit in their mouth. You're like, God damn, hey, it is what it is. That's that connection. That's how he makes that connection. Again, the you know what I'm saying? It's by putting that shit in his mouth, it's tasting the energy, and through the energy now, you know what I'm saying? There's an exchange. Do you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's when the whole la vie tete is very important too. You know what I'm saying? Opened up your crown chakras, you know what I'm saying? You open yourself up for more light to come in. You know what I'm saying? More understanding, more energy. You feel me? More messages, or what we would call in today's language, more downloads. That's why a nigga like me, as I'm growing spiritually, as I'm becoming more cosmic too, now I could get information directly. You know what I'm saying? I could channel. But your true psychic ability is gonna come from that woman king, nigga. You always listen to that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You could fuck all those other bitches. She's very secure. You know what I'm saying? You could have all those bitches, but she's gonna let you know I ain't none of those bitches. And you treat her as such, now she's worthy to sit next to you, nigga. You know, my first, you know, what I'm saying the first look, I was tripping. I had my mouth open. It happens. Oops, it happens. You know, which is the very first probably message you'll see is that, but you got to go beyond that. You know, you got to go beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are talking about that's not what really happened. You know what I'm saying? It's not the country. They didn't represent it right. Yeah, cool, cool. You did your homework, baby. You know what I'm saying? But there's a bigger picture here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help you to see the bigger picture here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So again, walking that spiritual life, you know, it's pretty much you got to know who you are. That's why I always tell people, you know, to find your passion because that's going to be your guide. As you following your passion, you don't know where the fuck you're gonna end up. Now that passion is guiding you, may open up doors for you, whatever the fuck, but it's giving you a sense of direction. It's allowing you to pretty much develop and you know have a better connection with yourself as well. So you are awakening your inner being, having a better, you know, self discipline, all that other good. Those are just fucking side effect. But once you have that connection, everything else now you're because discipline is pretty much you self disciple. You being a disciple of yourself. So once you have that type of fucking alignment, come on, nigga. You know what you got to do, man. Just go out there and get them, baby. Give them something they never seen before. You hear me? Well, that's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to give them something they've never seen before, baby. That's a hell of a task, huh? But anyway, you know, walking that spiritual path also, you know, again, you know, knowing who you are, now we could delve into so many different aspects of that. You know, following your talent allows you to delve into your inner or your divine qualities. You know, and becoming spiritual, that's when you acknowledge these things. And now you are, you know what I'm saying, living your life according to these things, those laws, those principles. But nevertheless, you become them. That's how the words got to be made flesh. That's how you materialize your spirituality as you growing. That's how you making a difference. That's what the true transformation is about. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality is not, it's not something cute for like what I'm seeing today. But you know what? But at the same time, you know, listen. I think you know, again, because when I was kind of like looking at the whole Aquarius age, you know, I don't know, man. But to be more, to be honest, brutally, I mean, honest here. Even though it doesn't necessarily mean that more people are conscious, but that type of conversation is being talked about the most. So I don't know if it's somehow gonna go out of style. You know what I'm saying? Because these things happen, you know, or is a different age, or well, with time that's gonna happen anyway. But what I'm trying to say is, or if but the new age should be more, how can I say this? More of a manifestation of that. So it wouldn't be truly a new age. But anyway, what I'm truly saying here is this, like, but it's the most talked about, whereas it wasn't even talked about in the past. Even with fucking witchcraft, you know what I'm saying? You have tons of books of that shit out right now, you know what I'm saying? Even, you know what I'm saying, black magic, spells, all that shit is out there now. I mean, it always was, but there was a time maybe when people wouldn't talk about it, you know, because it wouldn't look good on you. Do you see how society's shaping a whole bunch of shit, man? And the different eras too. So with that age, so it's mostly talked about. It's becoming natural. But for me, I kind of question. I mean, I see that part though. Obviously, I don't want to say it's obvious, but it's also obvious too. Like, cause I know a couple of people like who talks about it, but they're not about it. It's just a trend. Everybody's doing affirmation. Everybody's talking about the law of manifestation. Everybody's doing it. It's the thing that talked about. Spirituality is the new. Jada Pinkett has a red table, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to put it. Whereas a lot of us could be like, yeah, she need to heal a little bit. She needs some work. Like this bitch need a red table to go to. Or any type of red table she would have to be just her on that red table working on her shit. You know, addressing those red spots that she got. You know what I'm saying? Transmute them, bitch. Again, I mean, this is not a shot or a criticism, but this is just for, you know, educational purposes. This is just saying, you know, I mean, I guess, you know, she was a perfect example in terms of red tables. But what I'm trying to say is everybody's talking about spirituality. It's the cool thing to talk about. But unfortunately, I realize it's not necessarily like they don't, you know, again, that's the whole Jesus shit. And not everybody that talks about God is about it. It's the cool thing to talk about. Niggas are doing yoga, niggas doing this, doing that, but they're not really addressing who they are. Do you see what I'm saying? It could be a most sociable thing. Now, you know, I'm spiritual now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, baby, you want fuck? Yo, you want fuck? You know what I'm saying? Spiritual nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's turning into that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And it, you know what I'm saying? Walking the path is becoming that. Just like any type of knowledge, you have to become that knowledge. Well, to be smart, you got to act smart. And you acting smart is manifesting your fucking, understanding. That's why this is all mental. That's why when you know better, you do better. We're not talking about just having knowledge. We're talking about knowing better. You know what's knowing better is. You know what I'm saying? You know what you know. Well, whatever you know. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? And what we're saying is there's levels to it. That's why it's important for you to delve more into yourself. That's why you should be devoted to yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta grow every day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get better by the second, baby. That's what we're doing on this side. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I promise. Every time you look at me, I'm gonna look better. I promise you that. I'm promising that. And I'm a man of my word. Trust me. I won't even shit, nigga. Hey, it'll be for you though. You know what I'm saying? From me to you. How about that? It will be from me to you. And that's what I'm doing too. This is from me to you. But I gotta be me though. So walking that path, that spiritual path, that's what we're talking about. Being man of God, man of principles. And those principles, what we're talking about here, are divine qualities that we're living by. That's to have a higher standard down here, man. That's come on, man. That's staying on your pretty. You know what I'm saying? That's you like, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. That's you being a picky eater. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't eat certain things. You know what I'm saying? Be a picky eater, man. Shit, I'm picky eater like a motherfucker, nigga. I stay on my bullshit. The fuck? I'm gonna stay pretty, motherfucker. I'm gonna stay on my beauty shit. But anyway, walking your path is like, it's beautiful, man. It's pretty much, again, it's the same idea of mind, body, and soul. That alignment. Excuse me. Like that union it's got to be 100, man. And that's what being healed is all about. And now spirituality, in so many words, is giving you, is helping you to get a deeper understanding of your reality. Another way of saying that it's helping you to explore additional reality that exists in this reality. And that's part of you when I say, like, I know for myself, shit, nigga, I feel like I'm cosmic, man. Not even feeling like, I'm just being nice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, you know what I'm saying? I can't lie to you anyway, because, again, my energy don't lie, baby. I'm just taking it easy on you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to call me names. You know what I'm saying? All the fuck whatever names you'll give me too. It won't bother me. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I look good like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Oh shit. But anyway, so we're gonna leave it here, man. It's always a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your weekend, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So check out the Patreon and everything. So stay tuned. We got a lot more shit coming out for you guys, and a couple of things that I think you'll definitely like. Haïtien. Bravo. Mali.